Hey Book Dragons, welcome back to my channel. Today is a very special video. Let's go. Thank you to my patrons. I really appreciate all you do to support the channel. So as you saw from the title, I am celebrating 3 years on YouTube. That's right, 3 years. It has just flown by, surprisingly. It's hard to believe I've been on here for 3 years. So I am going to do the Booktube Birthday Tag and answer some of those questions, and then I'll just talk a little bit about the channel, what's been going on, what to expect in the future, some of my goals, just kind of a little channel update. But we'll do the tag first. And of course, it wouldn't be my Booktubiversary celebration without dessert. So I have a very delectable, albeit store-bought brownie on my plate here. The first year I made myself a cake. The second year I made some cupcakes. This year I just bought a brownie. But hey, I didn't have to put in any work to it. It's my Booktubiversary, so we're just going to have fun. So don't be surprised if you see me munching a little bit on my brownie as I answer the questions, okay? Now before we get started, if you are enjoying this video and you enjoy my channel, please like the video, please subscribe. That way you don't miss out on any future content from me. I'd love to have you join the Book Dragon community here. So let's get right to it, and we'll start with the first question, which is, how many years on Booktube are you celebrating? Well, and I kind of already answered that. I have been on Booktube for 3 years. I don't remember exactly when in August it was 3 years ago, so I just kind of settled on the second Friday of every year in August, and that's because it's kind of hard to pinpoint because it's a different day of the week every year. So I like to keep my videos on Tuesdays and Fridays, so I just made it the second Friday of every August. So there you go. What has kept you motivated to continue making videos? Well, and that's an easy one. My wonderful fans and the community in general is just absolutely amazing. So heartwarming, so affirming, and some of the most pleasant people that I've met in life come from the Booktube community. And so I'm just thrilled to have made so many good friends and so many connections, and I look forward to making more. That's what really keeps me going. Let's move on to the third question, and that would be, what are 3 of your favorite videos you've made in the past year and why? So I do have 3. One is my Kindle bookshelf tour. That was quite a challenge for me. I'd never seen a Kindle book tour done before, except for shortly before I decided to do mine. And the method that I had seen, created by Roger from Roger Reads, was really fantastic, and it ended up working well for me. So I'm really proud of that video. A lot of work went into it, and I wasn't sure how it would turn out, but it actually turned out quite well. And then the other 2 videos actually go together. One is the blindfold book cover challenge, and one is the result of that challenge. So I did both of those videos with my daughter. She joined me on my channel, and they're some of my favorite videos I've made. I had to put on a blindfold, and she had to describe the book covers to me, and I had to guess what the book cover was, and I had to get so many points out of 30, I believe it was. And then if I lose, she had to come up with a penalty for me to do, and if I won, then we just move on to the next challenge, right? So I lost, and so I had to make another video where I wrote poetry, and I had to read it for the video, and she got to judge it and everything. So that was a lot of fun. I'm really proud of those videos, especially the time I got to spend with my daughter doing that. I love creating with her. It was a really fun time. So I'll leave links to those videos in the description below if you want to check them out. I'd love for you to check those out. And so now it's time for a brownie bite here. That was really good. Oh, that's really chocolatey. Yeah. On to other things. Number 4. What have you struggled with on Booktube in the past year, and how did you overcome that struggle? I definitely struggled to find time to film my videos. Usually I film my videos at night, and I usually try to film videos 2 to 3 in advance so that I have a bit of a backlog, but that doesn't always work out. Especially lately, it hasn't really worked out. And initially when I started my channel, I was only doing 1 video a week. Now I'm doing 2 every Tuesday and Friday, so it's definitely been a challenge, but I try to stay consistent, and so far I've been able to do it. Alright, let's move on to question number 5. Choose one moment from the past year on Booktube that you would love to relive. Well, and this is hard because I would love to relive any of my Chasm Friends episodes. I have interacted with some amazing creators, amazing friends through those Chasm Friends episodes, and I wouldn't trade those experiences for anything, and I would love to relive them. And the nice thing about that format is you can have people back on, so I can have some of those people that I've had on Chasm Friends back for round 2. And I do plan to do that eventually, but yeah, I would love to relive any of those moments. I think those are really special times. So, shout out a huge supporter of your channel. Well, honestly, there's too many to name. I do have some that I can name right off the top of my head. My patrons on Patreon, Drew and Baron and Danielle and Josephine have been a huge support to not only promote my videos and just, you know, building those bonds of friendship with me, but to also give me that support monetarily really means a lot to me. And I've got so many others as well. My close friend Mona Lisa Reeds and Josh Yaks. There's so many I couldn't name, but I appreciate all of you who watch my videos and support, and you know, your friendship and interaction with me means the world. So thank you so much. Let's move on to the next question. Question number 7. What's the best book you've read in this past year? I'm going to cheat here a little, and I'm going to do 3. I'm going to say Salem's Lot, The Bear and the Nightingale, and House in the Cerulean Sea. Those are really some of the best books I've read in the last year. All right, question number 8. Where do you see your channel in a year's time, and what do you hope to have achieved? Well, it's hard to say. In the 3 years that I've been on Booktube, I've achieved 615 subscribers. I would definitely hope by this time next year I would be at 1,000. That would be pretty cool to finally hit that goal. And I'd like to be making a lot more original content, you know, doing things that you don't normally see on Booktube that might not really get picked up by the YouTube algorithm, but who cares, because they're fun to do. I think I've got a lot of potential for this channel, and I'm really excited to see where it goes. So I'm looking forward to building more connections and friendships, and more subs is always nice, but ultimately I'm just having so much fun chatting with people about books. That's really what it's all about. So if I can do that more, I'm a happy camper. Another brownie bite. Wow. That is good. Okay, and it looks like that was the last question. Excuse me while I blot my mouth there. Just some channel updates. We kind of already talked about it. You know, goal of 1,000 subs. I'd love to hit more than that as well. I'm really looking forward to doing more Chaz and Friends collaborations. I mentioned that earlier. And I do have a lot more coming this year. I hope to do even more. I am thinking about probably after the first of the year doing a Chaz and Friends reunion and having back several of the creators that I've already talked with, and maybe, doubling up, maybe having a couple on at a time and have a group chat. I think that would be a lot of fun. I am hoping to expand my Patreon community as well. So if you do want to support me on Patreon, the link is in the description below. No pressure ever. It's there if you want it. There are other perks. I would also like to do some author interviews. I've done one already. I'd love to do some more as well. And it doesn't necessarily have to be big name authors, but that would be cool as well. My lofty dream goal would be to interview Neil Gaiman on the channel. I'm just putting that out there to the universe. If it happens, that's great. If not, that's great too. I'm a huge fanboy and I'd love to have Neil on the channel, but there's a lot of really great authors that I would love to have on the channel as well. And also doing more in-depth book discussions with groups, that would be great. I am definitely open to suggestions for other content, so if there's something that I have not done that you would like to see, please let me know. I know a while back someone had mentioned that they wanted to see me do some character deep dives from different book series. The one that was specifically mentioned to me was Lisbeth Salander from the Millennium Trilogy, The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. So I am going to be doing that here in the near future, but I'd love to do some other character deep dives as well. If you have any questions for me that you would like answered, please leave them in the comments below. I love to hear from you. If you have not subscribed to my channel and you think I'm a cool guy and you enjoy my content, please like and subscribe. And I hope you've enjoyed this. I know I have, and I've enjoyed my brownie here. Make sure you are reading more books. I will talk to you soon.